The Theravada Buddhist Path to World Peace by Pravitet Ratanaporn, the Secretary General of the CTU, presented to the World Peace Interfaith Religious Leaders Seminar on May 5th, 2016. Buddha words. All tremble at the rod. Life is dear to all. Comparing others with oneself, one should neither strike nor cause to strike. Dhammapada words 130. Narata Mathero translation. Peace in the world, according to the Theravada Buddhism, requires two main things. We can say, first, it requires developing peace in the mind. There can be no peace outside in the world unless there is first place within the mind. This peace in the mind comes about in several ways. It comes about first through the recognition that the truth of human life is the Four Noble Truths. The Noble Truths of suffering, there is suffering, unsatisfactoriness in all these forms. In human life, because life never satisfies us and is always changing. The noble truth of how suffering comes to be. Suffering comes to be because of desire. The noble truth of the end of suffering, getting rid of desire, is getting rid of suffering. The Buddha said that the noble truth of the way leading to the end of suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path, is way that leads to the end of suffering. It includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Peace of mind also comes about through the acceptance of the five precepts for morality. Not destroying living things, not taking things is not given to us, not getting involved in sexual misconduct, not lying, not using intoxicants. Peace in mind comes about through the development of mind in concentration, meditations, and insight meditation. Peace of mind comes about too through the development of mind in the concentration and meditation and insight meditation. Peace of mind comes about too through the development of mind in concentration meditation and insight meditation. In concentration meditation, we focus on the breathing in and breathing out as we rid the mind of such poisons as anger and stress. These concentrations helps prepare us for insight meditation. In insight meditation, we observe our body, feelings, mind, and mental objects, making our whole life a life of meditation, and in the process, discovering the three characteristics of existence: impermanence, suffering, and no selves. Through this practice of meditation, we learn how to let go of everything and everyone in the world and achieve peace and freedom within our minds. So peace in the world first requires the development of peace in the mind. The second main thing the peace in the world requires is to developing peace in the society, not just the societies of country, but global society as well. This peace in society can be developed in a couple ways. First, we live in the full divine abodes. Loving kindness. We spread loving kindness to all human beings not only through our friendliness, but also through our actions on behalf of the welfare of others. Compassion. We show compassion to our fellow human beings through actions that help takes away their suffering. Sympathetic joy. We have sympathetic joy at the good fortune of others, getting rid of our selfish desires and focusing on the happiness of our fellow human beings. Equanimity. We maintain a life of equanimity, accepting both the good and the bad things that happen to us without losing our balance. Second, peace in society can be developed by behaving in terms of the four favorable characteristics for harmonious living, characteristics that apply within one country and across all countries. Generosity, giving material goods and our time to fellow human beings. On the international sense, for instance, this translates into global generosity, not nationalism and militarism. Friendly speech, using speech that is kind and polite and helpful. Friendly speech in politics. Friendly speech in politics. Friendly speech in politics, for example, includes honest deliberation or political for, not partitions, half-truth or doubt and falsehood. Beneficial conduct, providing useful service to other persons. In economics, this involves finding alternatives to anarchist capitalism, which causes economic injustice, to say nothing about the depletion of natural resources. Impartiality, treating all human beings equally without favoring some over others. This amounts to promoting the brotherhoods and sisterhoods of all persons, not racism and xenophobia. To the extent that human beings can live in the four divine laws and can put the four favorable characteristics into practice in their lives, they will promote harmony in society and help bring about world peace. So world peace requires the development of peace in the society. In order to develop this peace, we have to speak out. We have to take action. We have to take action, each person in his or her own way. The future of the world is at stake. The ideal layman then is described in Pali Canon in the story about Maka, the god Saka, in a previous life. Maka's life in his village exhibit characteristic of the moral householder, for example, forbearance, compassion, loving kindness, right livelihood, and helpfulness. Most notably, Maka does not harm living things. The ideal ruler, furthermore, is also described in the canon. He is the wheel-turning monarch, the Buddha says. A wheel-turning monarch who thus provides lawful protection, shelter, and safety for all is the one who rules by Dhamma only. And that rule cannot be overthrown by any hostile human being. It can be said, moreover, that the wheel-turning monarch promotes the well-being of his kingdom through generosity, not through punishment. In the story about the rich king, the Buddha echoes the word of the complaint to the king. The complaint tells the king that will happen in this kingdom if he is generous. These words about the generous king can apply to the wheel-turning monarch as well. The chaplain said, then those people in the kingdom, being intent to their own occupations, will not harm the kingdom. Your Majesty's revenues will be great, the land will be tranquil and not beset by thieves, and the people, with joy in their hearts, will pay with their children and will dwell in open houses. This is a vision for a peaceful country and for a peaceful world. Thank you very much for your listening.
ติปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ The blessed one disciples who have practiced well, Sanghang Namami, I bow to